Welcome, welcome, Crafty Blessings with Angie. If you're seeing this, you're probably seeing a replay. And if you would put hashtag replay, I would greatly appreciate that. I'm in an event today with Vintage Country Crafting Friends. And as you come on, I would love for you to say hello and let me know. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Leslie. Thank you for being here. Hello, hello. Hello, done by me. I assume that's Marilyn. It might not be. I forgot your husband's name. I should know it. Oh. Hi, Titus. Thank you for sprinkling me out. So, this is the Vintage Country Crafting Friends group event today. It's Crafter's Choice. And they started the day off with Craftsy Carla. And then after her, we had Karen from White's Creative Designs. And then we had Janice, who filled in for Misty at 2 o'clock. We had Janice from Vintage Country Crafting, our hostess with the mostest. Thank her for all of her hard work. And then after her, we had Crafting Barefoot with Sharon. And then at 4 o'clock, we had LT Designs, and that was Leslie. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for telling your friends that I'm live. Thank you for attending this event. And up after me is Beverly from Country Loving Market. And I tried my best to tag her, and I don't know, it would not let me. I tried. But I will go back and make sure that I can get her link up there. I can't do it now, but I will try to do it later. And so that anybody who catches a replay will find her. So that's it. She's up after me, and then after her is Marilyn and John. Right there's John's name. Oh, I'm so sorry, John. Done by me is at 7, and we end the night. Is Leslie still gonna be on at 8? Yeah, I don't know. They might end the night with Marilyn and John. So anyway, if you go to the Vintage Country Crafting group, friends group, you will see all the creators that are live, those that filled in, all the things, and you won't miss anyone. And you can help them by watching replays, watching live, sending them to your groups and your friends. And it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. I can't comment if you click and Lord help us. I think this is one of them FB event days. Hi, Nora. Thank you for being here. Hi, Cassandra. Thank you. Thank y'all for commenting to each other. That is such a blessing to us. You have a hard time on yours for some reason. Thank you all for following. And y'all, I'm just going to let you know, I made a post yesterday or the day before, because I think that some people who have been following me a long time are no longer following me. I have a very, very good friend, and I don't know if she'll get to pop on today or not. And she's on almost every one of my lives, and I don't want to call any names, but she's not following me. And so if you are here and you're watching this, it's really easy to just click about where our nose is, and it'll pop up, and you can see it at the bottom. It'll either say follow or following. And if it says follow, you got to click that in order to follow us. And it's not the end of the world. I'm just glad to have you. But I was in a challenge. My challenge has ended now, and I'll be starting the new one. The new one starts today. And I just needed 5 more people. I didn't reach that goal, but that's okay. You know, Facebook, they give us all these challenges, but what it really does for us is if we meet the challenge that they give us, then they put us out more so people will see us better. And so that's our ultimate goal, is just to get out there a little bit more, so more people know about our page and know that we're live and all that. Okay, I am making. We've had a bunny thing going on today. Oh, I see someone did it. Cassandra, you've been following me a long time. Look at that. Thank you for doing that. That is awesome. Thank you. Thank you. So I'm using this frame. I had several of this size. It was a Target frame, but we have a resale store here that sometimes buys Target overstock and things like that. And I believe most of the time I got these frames for $1 or less. It's cheaper than Dollar Tree. Some of them I remember I got for like 50 cents. So if you have any resale stores that buys overstock or they buy return stuff, always go and look, because this store that I buy from, they when they get this overstock like Target stuff, they get frustrated with it pretty quickly because it's smaller stuff. It's not big furniture. They don't do it as often now. They have a new person running it, so they don't do Target stuff that much. But they get tired of Target stuff pretty quickly. And so they mark those prices down to get it out of their way. So you just never know. You might get a really, really good deal on some surfaces that you can use for crafting. So I am just putting a coat of chalk paint on this. And this happens to be the Waverly Cashew. And I was going to try to keep those brown frame, but you know, I really knew I wouldn't be able to do that because I'm too sloppy. Oh, thank you, Nora, for that followage. Thank you. I appreciate y'all being here and support that you do and all the things, because that's why we do this, y'all. I mean, hey, I'll be honest with you. I know a lot of people think we make a lot of money. I don't. I make a few dollars here and there from Facebook, but it's not enough to pay for all the supplies that I use. I do it because I want to be live with y'all. And it's fun, you know. Especially now that my kids are grown and they're not here, I think sometimes I wear people's ears out when they do. I do get in conversations with people. And this helps me not to wear their ears out. Like Terry, he gets home and I'm just ready to talk. Because I'm home by myself so much. Of course, I do talk to my kids on the phone a good bit. In fact, Hannah had called me just before my live. She wanted to know if I wanted to come to her house for a few hours while her husband had to go do something, and told her I can't. I gotta go live. And I said, I've got my supper halfway done. Oh, look at you go, Leslie. 1,123 days. Hi, Doris. Thank you for being here. So, I told her, I said, I gotta go live and I've got supper halfway finished. I've still got to finish that. So, baby, by the time I got all that done and got to you, because she's 45 minutes away from me, I said, Jason would be back. Well, I don't know that he'll be back, but it would just be a lot to do today. She said, it's okay. I said, well, when I get off live and get some things settled, because I got to share that next crafter. What is that? chat comments available on this stream. Oh, wow. I didn't know I had all them. iNotify. I didn't know I had access to all of those. Y'all, I don't have a shop. There might be some old photos posted in the shop. I don't know. I didn't know I had the iNotify or the iGroup. I wish, y'all, I want it to be able to let me put, no, don't. Ugh. I bet it don't let me back to that live. I hope it will. Oh, good. It's going to let me, hopefully. Nope. It's taking me to an old live. Why is Facebook doing that? When you accidentally, if you scroll up, it goes to someone else's video and it won't take you back. There, I got it to go by clicking my profile picture. But anyway, I wanted to put my Telegram on there, and I can't figure out how to get that I thing to work for my Telegram. If one of these crafters on here knows how to do that, they need to teach me. I don't know how. And I've searched and searched to try to find out, and I cannot figure it out. Put them together, sweetie. Oh, she's telling someone how to do it. Thank you, Nora, for doing that. Okay, so I've about got a base coat on here. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to decoupage some stuff in the background of this. And I'm doing rustic, so you know how it is. Don't have to be perfect. So we're going to end with this. I'm going to put this in the water. The lid on this paint. We're going to dry this. Keep up with my time. So I hope y'all have enjoyed the event. I've seen some really cute projects, some cute bunny stuff today. And it's just been really cute. I missed... You can tell me how? Good. Thank you. I missed Carla this morning. I did go on her live just for a minute and do a replay, but I still got to go back and watch a few more minutes of hers and send her to the group after the event is over. But I think I've gotten to everyone else's, and I'll be watching the rest of the evening for everyone else. Okay, so let me get this dry just a little more. Still a little wet. This frame has got a crack like right there. I didn't notice it until I started, but it's all going to be covered up because we're going to do some Mod Podge and adding some elements to the back. There you go. Thank you, Nora, for helping. I appreciate you doing that. You know, it takes a lot to run these events, Janice, and I just really want you to know that we appreciate you, that I appreciate you. I always talk in that second person. I don't know, like I'm in a room full of other people. But I guess all these people that are on here with us, you forget sometimes. I haven't done an event as far as being one to run it in a while, but I haven't forgotten that. And I do know how much work it is. And like today, you weren't expecting to go live, and you ran home and jumped on live, and you weren't expecting to go live when you did go. And things happen, and I appreciate it. I remember the days of of going out and being the event host, and I'm out with my family, and I'm saying, hold on a second, I got to send this next creator. And I got to comment a few times, and I got to, my husband got quite aggravated with me several times. He's like, can you please just turn that off? We're eating supper. Like, I can't. I'm sorry. I'm in charge. That's just what you do. I took it grocery shopping with me. I took it if I had to run to Hobby Lobby. It went to the store with me. I was on that live trying to comment on their stuff and do all of that while I was walking around the store. You know, that's what you do. That's what a good host does. And it's work. It's work. Okay, so let me show you before I get on my soapbox. So it's just a simple coat. It's nothing fancy. Just a simple coat. It doesn't even really cover up the words all the way. But we're going to put stuff in the background. So what I have is I have some little fabric squares. And I've already pulled out some that kind of coordinate. They're not perfect, but they're going to go on the background. So we're going to start out with, oh goodness. Yeah, my angel from last year is sitting back here and he's sliding. I spilled some water in the floor, so I got a little mess to clean up. Okay. So we're going to use some Mod Podge. I need to get me some more Mod Podge. My Mod Podge is getting down to the bottom. It's always with you. That's right. That's one thing. I better hush. I'm going to end up saying something I shouldn't say. But another event host that we used to work together. She didn't take hers. When we are on, you can be kind enough to put our Telegram. Oh, that's a wonderful idea. That's a wonderful idea done by me. I should get somebody to do that for me because I can't seem to get that Telegram thing to work. So I'm just putting some Mod Podge on my background. And there's a little pink thing floating around. I don't know how that came about. So I'm doing a bunny too. So I hope you have enough patience to wait to see that bunny. Okay. But we're starting out with, we're going to kind of make like a patchwork. Like a patchwork quilt kind of thing in the background of our sun. So I'm just putting a good coat. I'm going to use my heat. So if it dries some, it's okay. But I want a really good coat because I'm putting fabric down. And I don't want it to come loose. Oh, thank you, Janice. You are wonderful. That is my Telegram for anyone that would like to join my Telegram. I do try my very best to send out a Telegram before I go live. Sometimes I send it out ahead of time to let you know I'm in an event, and sometimes I don't. But I do try to send one before I go live. I haven't been blessed with one of those messenger things yet that everybody gets. Okay, so remember, these are just random fabrics. I bought these, I think these came from Temu. It was like a pack of different patterns of fabric. Now, they're not going to match up perfectly. In fact, I probably am going to overlap a little bit. because I want it to kind of look like patchwork. And I may have to put down a little bit of hot glue under where it overlaps. I'm not sure how this will do with just Mod Podge. But if I have to, that'll be fine too. I think I will. I don't think that's going to lay down. Okay. So then, let's get another one. Just in case I'm going to. And this isn't, I'm just randomly, I had this totally laid out different, but I'm just going with what's in my brain right at the moment. If I'm missing your comments, I'm sorry. It's a hoppy kind of day. That's right. That's right. I was telling Janice, I said, it just seems like everybody's doing bunny stuff today. I loved your bunny can that you did. I love those ears. Those ears were amazing. I was like, oh goodness, I'm going to have to steal her idea. Make me some ears. And you know, when I think about bunnies, it's not just Easter, it's spring, you know? It's spring. That's when the bunnies all start coming out. All the things. And I'm ready for spring, y'all. Oh, I'm so ready for spring. I don't think I've ever been this ready for spring. I don't know what it is this year. It just feels like spring just needs to come. Hi, Kim. Thank you for being here, Kim. So I'm putting this in the corner. Like I said, this isn't going to line up perfectly. I'll show y'all where I'm at. I know you're not seeing my table as perfectly. So I'm just piecing together different fabrics. It's going to overlap and overlay and kind of going with a quilt style, but not totally. I don't know about that piece there. What piece do you want there? Maybe this one. In fact, you know what? I think I might cut. Oh, for some reason my back is hurting. Yes. Hi, Sterling. Thank you for being here. Hello, hello. I know, Kim. It's hard to catch everybody all the time. I know I've missed a bunch of yours. Well, I really cut that a little shy, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll just cut another piece. I may have to pull out some more. What did I do with it? There's a bag. Okay, I see it now. I was like, oh goodness, what did I do with it? I think I'm going to put this one down here. I wish I hadn't cut that one now. That's okay. You know, it's a uniqueness that we're doing. Uniqueness. Trying to show you how you can do different things with different objects. You can go live on TikTok and you're a little scared too. Yeah, I could see why you might be scared. I like TikTok okay. I have some different people that I've been watching for ideas for sourdough on TikTok. I'm not liking that. I think I'm going to put this piece and make it just as if I hadn't, because it don't look right. It's not perfectly. It's not perfect. It's not going to be perfect. I don't know why my back is suddenly hurting so bad. I have done a good bit of stuff today, though. I cleaned out some of my kitchen cabinets that are open, that don't have doors, and rearranged my canisters and all that. Got rid of some old cups that I don't need. My husband's been begging me to do that for a while. Because, you know, when you have kids, they buy a cup for everything. First went live on TikTok. We got banned for 10 days because someone came. Oh, my goodness. I didn't know they were strict about stuff. Some of the stuff I see on there, I'm like, Lord, how do you get away with saying that? I can't imagine them banning somebody. I'm very picky about what I do click on, though. But I've had a few pop-ups. I'm like, why did you pop up? I don't want to see your nonsense. Y'all, this isn't perfect. I know you know what you can see in that camera. Certain words. The bots. That's what Facebook is too. A bunch of bots. Trying to decide what we can say and what we can't say. The other day, I seen a creator going live, and she clearly had music in the back, playing in the background. And I was like, how is she getting away with this? I don't know if she actually did get away with it. They may have shut her video down, you know, after the live was over. I don't know. But I was just, and she's a very seasoned crafter. She was actually cooking that day. And she should know. Y'all, that's very cut very crookedly, and it's driving me crazy. So, I'm getting more OCD in my age. Does anyone else do that? The older you get, the more OCD you get. Because I'm getting there. Never dreamed I would be. Come on. Please, just lay down. I wish I hadn't cut those squares. Oh. Okay. So I got a square right there. I'm going to get my bag of fabric. See if I can find something that might coordinate. I'll show y'all what I got so far. It's kind of crazy. But you're not going to see it all when I get done because of what I'm adding on top. But let's pull some more out. I just got a bag of scraps, y'all. Bag of scraps. Like I said, these little squares all came from Temu. If you haven't done Temu or you're afraid of it, that's okay. It may not be for everyone. I haven't made an order in a long time. In fact, probably a year since I've ordered anything from them. I'm a little nervous now with all the shipping issues that are going on. You know, I think this one might match better. You're not going to see that. Well, you are going to see it a little. This one needs smoothed out more. It's pretty wrinkly. No, don't pull up. Okay. Hi, Cindy. I'm so glad you popped on. Can you have on YouTube? I really don't know about YouTube, and I don't know if it has on TikTok. People have music playing, but it might be just pre-recorded that they get through TikTok. I don't know about live in the background. I don't know if I've ever watched anybody totally live on TikTok. I don't know if I have. I mostly go there and I just do a search for sourdough or whatever I'm looking for. Hi, Jenny. Thank you for being here. While y'all are here, I would love for you to make sure that you're following my page. You know, just check and be sure. Because I got some wonderful friends that I know aren't. And I don't want you to not know I'm live. If you want to know I'm live. Okay, I got a little square. You know, I think I'm just going to leave that the way it is. The little bit of the paint is right there still showing, but I think it blends okay because of the color choices. Okay, so I'm going to dry this a little bit. And then I think I'm going to put my Teflon sheet and iron it down. They do play it live on TikTok, and they don't get in any kind of trouble for copyright or anything like that. I surely shouldn't have said that word out loud. They'll be tricking me. The person I saw was on Facebook, wasn't on TikTok. They were on Facebook. And they were singing with the music at different points. And I know it's a habit. You know, she was cooking in the kitchen, and she probably does that all the time, and she plays music while she's cooking. But when you're live, you gotta be careful. Thank you, Leslie. I know you're following me. I have no doubt you're following me. Okay. So, this is what we got so far. You see? I should have turned the brightness up on my phone. It's turned down. So, I still have some little spots that may pop up. So, I'm going to use a Teflon sheet. And if you don't have Teflon sheet, you can always just use a thin piece of material or something like that. Oh, my thing went off. And I'm just going to run my iron over it just to make sure it's good and sealed. I hope everyone's having a great Monday. Like I said, I've been watching Crafters since it started, and I got caught up pretty much on my laundry. Got a little bit in the washer, a little bit in the dryer. Still got to get out. That's another thing. I don't have nearly as much laundry as I used to have, since it's just Terry and I. I got supper started. Don't have it done. I'm making a burrito casserole. I was telling Leslie, asked me on her live, and basically, if you've ever eaten a beef, like a hamburger and bean burrito, like at Taco Bell or a Mexican restaurant, it's basically like that, except it's in layers in a casserole dish. And so we got that all stuck down. So now what I'm going to do is I made me a little printed out template of a bunny. He's standing up on his hind legs. And I bought at the thrift store the other day, I found 2 pillow shams that were made out of this material. And I bought them just to make things with. So I cut it up, cut a piece off of one. And then I cut out my bunny with this template. Okay? Template. So, our bunny's going to go on here. But before I put him, I want his edges a little defined. So, I'm going to use some of my... Hold on, y'all. Let me get some stuff. Oh, why did I put that in water? Come back out of the water, please. Get me a paper towel. Because I'm going to use Mod Podge again. Was that the right brush? It's almost like it had paint on it instead of Mod Podge. Okay. Turn that off for right now because I'm probably going to glue this down. I'm going to use... I'm good with those. I had some little pouncer. I don't know what I did with them. That's okay. We'll try. There they are. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you. So I'm going to set this to the side, y'all. Set it right here. Now it's going to fall on the floor. And we're going to lay this piece of paper down. And I'm going to use an ink pad. And we're just going to distress this bunny a little bit so he'll stand out a little more on our background. I may just do the whole thing of him and not just the edges if it don't look right. You know, I like a rustic feel in my crafts. So this goes along with that. If you have any kind of old quilts, maybe they got tears, maybe pick something up at a thrift store. You could do this with a quilt. I have some quilt pieces, but it's not a really pretty quilt, but it would work for this. I think I might just distress the whole thing of him, because that looks a little funny on just the edges. And we're just going to distress him all the way. I just wanted him to stand out more on my background. And I thought last night when I was planning this, I was like, I could take and put some batting in behind him to make him kind of pop up. I don't know if I'm going to do that. Okay, so he's pretty distressed. If you don't like distressing, you might not like him. So you don't have to do that step, but that's the step that I did. I actually did the back instead of the front. Let me see what it looks like if I do this side. This side looks more hairy because it's the back. Oh, I'm just going to run over it and see which side looks the best. actually think this side will be fine. It'll kind of make it stand out more. Whoa. Okay. So I'm going to lay this to the side. Oh, get my sign. Make sure you got the top where the top's supposed to be. He's pretty dirty looking. He looks like he rolled around in the dirt. So you know what? I think I might brush some chalk paint, dry brush some chalk paint on top of him. So he's not quite as dirty. But I need a paintbrush that's good for dry brush. Let's see if this one will work. Now we're getting somewhere. He was just a little too dirty for me. Try not to get too much paint. This kind of gives him a little more texture too, adding this layer. Oh, I got that a little heavy. That's okay. We'll just make the rest a little heavy. Let's see if I can wipe some of that off with a paper towel. There we go. Get his paw. Y'all, speaking of rolling in the dirt, which it kind of looks like this bunny took a little roll in the dirt. my cat, well, our female cat, hi Vintage Designs. So it's been in around 60 degrees here today, and so our cats don't like to be in the house as much when it's warmer. It's supposed to, a cold front and some storms are supposed to be moving in. I don't want no storms. I don't really want no cold either, but I definitely don't want storms. But so she came in, she got her a bite to eat, she wanted to go back outside. The male was tired. He came in, Blaze is my male, and the female is Stormy. So Blaze was tired. He decided to come in and lay down on the bed and take a nap. That's where he is currently. But the female wanted right back outside. Stormy did. So she goes outside, and I was watching her. She's standing on the porch. She's just looking around. When she jumps down, I have a flower bed on each side of my steps. And Terry had just planted some tulips bulbs in my flower bed, and he had fresh dirt laid out on top. He had planted them one day last week. She's down there rolling in that dirt. I opened that door and she jumped like you catching a little kid in trouble. I said, "What are you doing?" She didn't get up and run, but she was so startled when I opened that door. Oh, it's okay. I was late to yours too, girl. Thank you for popping in. Okay. So this is what we got. We got some fabric, black patchwork in the back, and we're adding a bunny on top. I still think it needs a little outline. It kind of blends in more than I want it to. But I don't really know how to make it better. He's a raggedy little bunny. So we're going to start gluing him down. Got 15 minutes. So we're going to put a little glue around his ear. We'll stick his ear down first. Let's pull you down a little, Mr. Bunny. Too late. He said no. You're not pulling me down. Yes, it would. Wonder how I could do that without actually sewing, since I'm already gluing him down. Probably too late, huh? That would be perfect. You're making me not want to glue this down. Thank you, Vintage Designs. That sign up there has special meaning to me. My brother got me that sign when my kids were small. He worked for a trash company that that did a fine tip pen. Ah, good idea. You are amazing. I got some paint markers. That might work. He was a driver for businesses. He drove the great big trucks that dumped those big canisters. And so at the time, he was living in East Tennessee, and they would come and visit me a couple times a year. And my kids were small, and we were homeschooling, and he brought it to me. Yeah, I thought about putting stuff in, but I don't think it's enough space. But I think I will get me a blue and try to make me stitches around it to make it pop. So, someone had at a business had thrown that, and it was right on the top, and he happened to notice it, and he pulled it out. They're not supposed to do that, but he ain't gonna get in trouble now. So he brought it to me, and he said, I thought this might come in handy, that you could type in like the ABCs and different things that you want the kids to memorize, and that could roll across. Well, we used it a little bit, but we really didn't use it that much. And so when I started my crafting, my brother passed away. He passed away of a heart attack in 2017, and he was 52. And so I had it. We were doing some reorganizing, and I had it stored, and I found it, and I said, I can use that on my live. And so I've added that to my live, and that's part of having my brother here with me. Him and I were very, very close. Probably the closest of all of my siblings. We've just, even when I was a little girl, he was my brother my brothers went back and forth between their real dad and my house. And when he would leave, I would cry and beg Mom to please make him come back. And then whenever he would come back, we fought some, like siblings do, But as soon as he would leave again, I would cry and beg Mama to call him and tell him to come back. But so he had moved here. He lived here the last, I think it was the last 3 years of his life. He was living close to me when he passed away. And I miss him like crazy. I miss him so much. So, there we go. So, what I have in mind, I have 10 minutes, is I also pulled out, there it is. I had this. It's some eyelet lace that I had bought off of Whatnots, that auction app. I bought some remnant stuff from a girl one day, and I was going to go all around the edge of my frame with this. I live in I live in West Tennessee. I used to live in East. Until I met my husband, and I moved from East Tennessee to West Tennessee. And we've been married 25 years, so I've been here longer than I've been anywhere in my life. My parents moved around a lot, and I lived in a lot of different states. New Mexico, Texas, Ohio, Tennessee, Florida. So I've lived a lot of places. I was born in Ohio. But I didn't live in Ohio as long as I lived everywhere else. I lived a lot of other places more. Until I moved to Tennessee, that was East Tennessee, I had lived in Florida the longest. And then when we moved to East Tennessee, my grandparents was getting up in their years, and my mom wanted to move close to them to help. And we never left. After they passed away, we stayed. Of course, my grandfather just died 2 years before my mom did. My mom had a heart condition. She died at age 49. Then I met my husband. My mom died in 1995, and I met my husband in 2000. And you have cousins that live there in West Tennessee or East Tennessee? Well, when I met my husband online, and he lived in West Tennessee, where we live now. And so when we got married, he already had this house. It needed some more renovating. He had done some renovating to it, but it needed more. So we've done a lot of different things to the house since we've been married. It's still not done. You know, when you're married to a carpenter or someone that does my husband's kind of work, nothing ever gets totally done. He tries hard, though. He works really hard. And it's hard to come home and work on your own house when you work so hard on everybody else's houses. But he built me this craft room. He's an amazing husband. I love him so much. Now, I have family all over, too. I'm the youngest of 6 that lived their full life. I had one brother die when he was just 2 months old. But I'm the youngest of 6 that I grew up with. And there's just 3 of us left. And so it's just how life is sometimes. Just how life is. Nashville. Okay. I'm about 2.5, 3 hours away from Nashville. It's about 70 miles to Memphis from where I am. I live really close to the Mississippi state line. In fact, I shop in Mississippi. I do everything in Mississippi. I go to church in Mississippi. Very rarely do I go anywhere much in Tennessee, except locally. Every now and then I go to the grocery store or the post office, that kind of stuff. sometimes a dollar store that's in about 7 miles away. But I live in the country. You know, when Sharon was live and she was struggling with her internet, we've been through our share of struggles. The only thing that we could get that worked halfway decent internet-wise was cable internet. And they were just raising the prices and raising the prices and raising the prices. But I fought to keep it because I didn't want to deal with bad internet, especially homeschooling my kids. We needed access to the internet for their school work. You're in Central Arkansas. Oh, wow. Now, I haven't ever lived in Arkansas, but I have some family in Arkansas. And I've been through Arkansas several times. Okay, so this is what we got so far. So what I thought I would do, you love the lace. Good. I thought it kind of went with the feel of the quilt and all. What I'm going to do is I've got some things I was going to attach. And I'm not sure exactly how I'm doing this part. So this is going to be trial and error. And I really wanted, I think this might work. I got this ribbon the other day. I want my thing in the floor. I got this ribbon the other day from Michaels. They had a sale. They had 90% off their Christmas stuff. And what's so funny about this is just a green and a cream ribbon. It's not real Christmassy. What's so funny about it is they had a ribbon that looked almost identical to this in their spring section. So when I went back and was looking at their clearance section of ribbons and I seen this, I thought, well, that might as well be a spring ribbon. So I bought me a couple. But it doesn't have wire. That's the only thing I don't care for, is it's not wired. Yeah, I thought I had a piece. There it is. Piece of jute handy. I'm going to put this little bow. Now, up after me is, I forgot her page, Country Loving Market, and it's Beverly. She's up after me, and all you have to do if you're in the Vintage Country Crafting Friends group is refresh your page, and she should pop up. She may already be live, but don't leave me until my time's up, please. I will post a finished photo of this if I don't get all this down the way I want. And I am probably going to do what Marilyn's, I think it's Marilyn from Done By Me, is telling me about the stitching around the edges to make it look like it's stitched. If I can find a marker the right color. And green would work since I'm putting this ribbon. But I'm not sure what colors I have. I bought a pack. They're not the greatest, though. I wasn't highly impressed with them from Amazon. So I'm going to put this little bow on his neck, or her. And this isn't the greatest little bow because it's not wired ribbon. I love my wired ribbon. But I think it'll be okay. I'm going to trim these a little bit. Thank you, Beverly. So, I think I'm going to put a little button. I have some buttons. I usually keep them right here, but I don't see them. There we go. Let's see if we can find a little button that would look okay. Maybe a blue button. this one. Wish she was a little bigger. Dump these out a little bit more and see if I can find something just a tad bigger. I like that color better. That one's too big. Okay, y'all, I think my time do the pin on the quilt, the furry part would be hard to do. Okay. I'll probably test it on a piece before I do that, just to make sure it's going to work. Okay, y'all, my time's up. Y'all go see the next creator and at Vintage Country Crafting Group, and it is Country Loving Market. God bless you. Thank you for being with me. I'll post a finished photo.